What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. All right. Welcome. Just give me a second here. Give me a second here. Okay, there we are. Right, the tracking is not working. Let me try that again. Yep, it is now. All right. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Alrighty. Alright, in today's live stream we're going to be flying. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Excuse me on that one, that was me attaching my controller. Today we are going Give me a second here. Stuff is going on in the background. All right. Okay. I'm back. Welcome to Japan. Once again. Welcome to Japan. My favorite place to fly in. My favorite place to fly in. And I think given the recent updates 2020 has had in Japan, I believe there's been some world update, right, for Japan? Yeah, I believe there's been some world update and stuff like that for Japan. So yeah, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in Japan. I forget the place name. What is this place called? Miyakojima, but that's not where we are. That's not the airstrip. The airstrip is called something else. I forget the name. I've completely forgotten the name. Okay, I've completely forgotten the name. But we're at a beautiful handcrafted airport here in 2020 in Japan. And we're going to be flying the PMDG 737-900ER out of here. And we're going to be flying it on towards Nagasaki. Then from Nagasaki, we're going to be flying it to Tokyo Haneda. This is going to be my last live stream. All right, this is going to be my last 2020 live stream. Davey, hello there. It's been a long time. Hello, mate. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well. You have caught me right on time. This is going to be my last 2020 live stream. Last 2020 flight, in fact. And this is likely to be my last flight on the 737-900ER by PMDG. Because after today, I'm going to be uninstalling this aircraft. Well, I'm going to be uninstalling 2020 simulator entirely. So in the process, we're going to lose this lovely aircraft. As much as I would love to keep it, I'm not paying the $20 conversion fee to bring it on towards 2024. They say they worked it right from the ground up and rebuilt the entire thing for 2024, but I've seen the videos of the PMDG 737-900 in 2024 and I don't see the textures improved. I don't see anything that's worth me paying another $20 to keep this in 2024. I would rather buy the iFly Max 8 or even buy the Dash 800 variant entirely newly for 2024 rather than port over this 900 for $20. Okay, that is my current prognosis of the situation. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll decide to go for it, but I don't have $20 to just waste on this. So yeah, that is what it is. Last 2020 stream, more than likely last PMDG 737-900ER stream here on the channel for a long time to come. Which is why I hope we enjoy it today. I really hope we do. I've not prepared for this flight at all. I'm just going to jump in and see what happens. Okay, let's take a quick look around where we are at the moment. Once again, I've forgotten the name completely. Forgive me, but I've completely forgotten the name. I kept telling myself the name over and over, but I forget the name of the airstrip we're at. Okay, but yeah, it's a lovely handcrafted place. Very interesting looking terminals. Look at that. Very, very cool place. I don't think the interiors are modeled. No, they're not. But it's a very, very cool looking place here. We are here early in the morning. It's not real time, but we're here early in the morning. PS5 is finally getting third-party marketplace items this month. Okay, that's wonderful to hear. So you guys have been limited so far to just the default aircraft, if I'm not wrong. Is that right? So now you'll have access to third-party marketplace items. Okay. So effectively they've opened up the marketplace from this month. Great. So yeah, here we go. It has these lovely I don't know what these are. Is that a floor or is that a pool? It's a pool, right? Yeah, it's some sort of water pool. Yeah, it's water. So obviously not a swimming pool, but it's some sort of pool of water here at this airport. It's absolutely stunning. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen another airport like it. PS5 has MSFS. Yes, Anas. It released like in December. PS5 now has MSFS, yeah. Okay, lovely. So this is the airstrip we'll be taking off from. Very, very nice. Go check it out if you're in 2020 and it's handcrafted. I think it might be handcrafted in 2024 as well. I've never seen anyone marvel over a pool of water. It's really cool to have this in the middle of an airport. I find it so cool. The Japanese, man, the Japanese, they know what they're doing. In my humble opinion, the best things in life are Japanese. It's just what I believe. I'm a huge fan of Japan, and the Japanese way of doing things is just great. It's just great. So obviously I'm going to be slightly biased towards it, but you tell me, have you ever seen an airport that looks like that in your life? Probably not. That is pretty cool, right? That is pretty cool. Anyway, the Japanese, ladies and gentlemen. There's our sunrise right there. Obviously, this is 2020. We don't have Rex Atmos running because I only have it for 2024. So yeah, we're going to jump in here. We are going to get this flight going, and we're going to give our 2020 flight simulator, where I started off a couple of years ago. Well, this is not where I started off flight simming. I started off flight simming in flight gear. That was a long time ago, but this is when I first started consistently flying MSFS on the Xbox with a couple of my friends back then. That is when I started. So we're going to enjoy this last flight anyway. Enough about that. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Okay, Japanese or the Korean, says Anas. Yeah, the Koreans are cool too. Okay, we've got saved views at least. All right, let's come down here. Let's request our data from SimBrief. RORS to RJFU, Miyakojima Island. I don't know the exact name of the airport. I've forgotten. But we're going to be flying all the way over to Nagasaki. Nagasaki is a very nice place to land into RJFU. We've done that a few times on the channel as well, so not a biggie. Okay, so let's go to ground operations. Let's request a ground power. Why not, right? So we're going to request ground power. Let that connect up. We're going to go overhead. And what is our battery? Emergency lights, we're going to leave it armed. We're going to put that down. We're going to switch to ground power. There we go. Then we are going to get our lights. You know what? Before the lights, let me go up here. Sorry about that. Let me go up there. Get our systems to nav. Let's go to the status. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's go down here. Position lights are on. Let's get these on here. What else? What else? Where is the voice recorder? We're gonna put that on. Ideally, we should turn on all the probe heats and all that stuff, but I'm not really worried about it. Can turn these two. I could turn on the yaw damper now, can't I? Yeah, there you go. The bleed, APU bleed can be left on here in anticipation. I'm gonna leave these two on automatic for now, at least. Let's put the panel brightness up here. Looking good. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's come down here. Panel brightness up. XPDR, that is fine. That is all fine. That's all looking good. It's a great aircraft, isn't it? Damn, maybe I should pay that $20 and get it. I'll get them both. What the hell? I'll get this one and the other one. I fly as well. I'll get both of them. It's a great aircraft. So maybe this time I'll get the 737-800, which has way more variants and the cargo variant, and it's a great, it's great. So maybe I'll spend that extra buck on that, and we'll have a staple. Because right now the Phoenix is the #1 staple of the channel, followed by the 777. Rich man, Anas, you have no idea, man. No idea. At this point, $20 goes like a long way for me, so I'm gonna have to skip a few takeouts, takeaways, so skip a few meals to get my freaking aircraft in. But hey, that's a commitment, right? We gotta make this work. Gotta make this work. Forza. So we gotta purchase what we need to purchase. So yeah, we'll see. Because right now our aircraft's staple is on Airbus. I kind of want a balance between Boeing and Airbus. So 737 will really bring that in. We're still waiting on some of the other Boeings like 757 from Bluebird, which has been going on for years and years. So we'll see. I will definitely pick up the iFly Max and the 737-800, not the 900. So we'll see. We'll see. When that happens, when God wills. So we've got all of that set up. If we go back up here, I don't think there's anything left for us to do apart from boarding and GSX and all that good stuff running, right? So let's come down here, go to our FMCs. Let's go to our position initialization. Let's go pick up that and we'll put that in right there. Reference airport is RORS, which is RORS. I'm gonna put that in. Great, that's good. Okay, so that's done. Excellent. Let's go towards our route here. We're gonna leave this on progress. Origin is RORS, destination is RJFU. There we go. We're gonna request our route from SimBrief right here. We're gonna set that payload, we're gonna set that fuel, and we're gonna select that route. Flight plan request in progress. While that happens, let me go to GSX, request refueling. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna come here again. We're gonna request boarding as well. Okay. Let's load our route here. So when we request boarding, GSX is automatically going to do a bunch of stuff here. We don't need to worry about it. We can see it, but we don't need to worry about it. Load that up. Route uplink. Loading. Okay, so we're going to activate that and execute that. Excellent, we've got that done. Let's quickly go outside. Take a look at what is going on. PMDG stairs have buggered off. We've requested our boarding, haven't we? We have. And there's a fueling process right there. So I'm not sure if the fueling process is going to work well, but let's find out, right? No. Okay, it doesn't seem like the fueling process is going forward. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, the fueling process isn't really going forward. Well, what you gonna do? Yeah, the fueling process is not really going forward. It's okay. Let's just go to our legs first. Actually, our departure and arrival first. If we take a look at our SimBrief data here, it's going to take a while to load up. Departure out of RORS. I have no idea how we're departing, so let's find out. Let's view the flight plan. According to the flight plan, we are taking off from runway 17 using Freed 2. Where is that? Freed 2. Execute. Let's go back and check our arrival. We're going to set this in right now. 14 direct. So we're going 14 direct. Okay. So there is no ILS on runway 14. So RNAV 14. And that's Fubuki. Let's just go Fubuki. You know what? Let's try Fubuki. There we go. We have our legs there. Let's take a look at discontinuities and solve them out. Where is our actual landing? FU 450 Fubuki. Okay. I don't actually know. All right. Performance initialization. Let's request that from SimBrief too. Waiting. Okay. Let's load it up. Execute it. And that's what I'm going with. Okay. N1 limit. Okay, so for today's takeoff and stuff, I can either use SimBrief, which I think I should, right? Or I can go to here, I can get the performance tool, and I can get stuff sorted out here. So 17, runway 17, import everything, import from the aircraft, import from the weather, calculate it, and we'll use this. So, selected temperature 45 here. OAT is 24. That's fine. It's a pleasant day today. Derating of thrust is... Rating is just takeoff. We're not derating thrust today. Interesting. Okay. Takeoff. Flaps is going to be what? Position 5? Yep. Position 5. Center of gravity is going to be right here. Next page, let's put in the runway and wind information. Runway heading 171. Oh, doesn't need that. Oh, okay. Runway slope is what it needs. 0.4, so it is a sloping runway. 0.4 up today, right? Yes, positive. Runway and wind. Runway wind. 190.13. So let's put that in. 190.13. There you go. Let's go back to our second page here, and we're gonna put all of that stuff in. Done. Okay. So there is your flight plan, done and dusted. Good. Since we got passengers coming in, have we got our passengers coming in yet? Yes, we do. We've got our passengers boarding our aircraft. Lovely. Yeah, I forgot this model does not have air stays. I don't know if you remember in the GSX menu I pressed to use our own air stays stuff. I forgot we don't have air stays. That's why this little funny thing is happening. Our passengers are boarding. We need to give them APU, man. Completely forgot about that. We need to give them a bit of air conditioning. Let me turn that on too. There we go. Come on, Mr. APU. Rise. Yep, there we go. Good, we're finishing up cargo loading. Fuel truck has gone away by itself. The passenger bus is going away as well. This is not the PMDG passenger bus. No, it's not. There we go, brilliant. Excellent. Goody, goody, goody. You can hear the APU running. There it is. Oh, 737. What is our cruising altitude for today? Cruising altitude for today is given as 35,000 feet. Let's put that in. Let's check our landing elevation today. I'm going to use little nav map to tell me that. Landing elevation. Elevation at Nagasaki is 0 feet. Yeah, that's true. It's actually right on the water. So that is absolutely correct there. Let's switch to APU. Let's make sure our packs are running, which they are. APU bleed is open, which it is. Great. Okay, fantastic. Our boarding process is finished up pretty much here. Let's set up our autopilot panel here, MCP. I think it's called. I always mess it up. Okay, auto throttle armed. FD on, FD on. Let's put our initial speed here. VR 159, 160, 180. We want 180 as our speed here. So let's go ahead and do that. 180. Our runway heading for today is 171 if I'm not wrong. So let me go ahead and put that in. There we go, 171. 10,000 initial climb out altitude to 10,000, and then from there we'll go up to 35,000 feet. LNAV pushed in, available. VNAV pushed in, available. Check. Good. Push that in over here. This is how I like my view to be on this side. Everything else is looking good for us. We can go ahead and request GSX pushback. So let's request our pushback. Prepare for pushback and departure. Okay. We've requested our pushback and stuff, right? Oh, stuff is still going on here. So it's going to be a while before that attaches. We've left our APU running for the comfort of our passengers. Okay. I don't think there's anything left for us to do up here, is there? Nah, all of these heats and stuff, they can wait. So that's pretty much it. Got our packs running and all of that good stuff. Everything's looking good here. Obviously, we can make some adjustments to our RTO and all that stuff, but TCAS, and we're too early for all of this, honestly. Okay, we literally just wait for boarding to finish, which should finish now. That's the last bag, if I'm not wrong. Let everything finish up, and then we'll move forward. Okay, there we go. We've got all our ground services going away. Everything's wrapped up. Pushback is coming up. Now, what way are we pushing back today? Let's take a look at a little nav map here. This is today's flight route. We are in Shimojishima. Shimojishima is the name of the island and airstrip. The group of islands, I think, are called Miyokojima. The entire place, but yeah. So what we'll do today, we don't need pushback today. We kind of do. We'll push back with our nose off to the left. Okay, we'll push back to the nose with the nose off to the left. And that's how we'll do it. We'll take off like this, cross across the ocean or the sea, whatever you want to call this, into Nagasaki right here. So let's see how that goes for us today. Great. So Shimojishima airstrip, or rather airport, along with the island Miyokojima, the entire prefecture or whatever this is called, Miyokojima. Okay, so we've got that attached. I think we need to go with our nose to the left is what we were looking for. Yes, it is. So I'll just wait for that. I think we need to remove our chocks need to be removed. Release and remove the chocks, please. We don't need that. Oh yeah, we forgot to set parking brakes. My bad. But yeah, parking brakes are done. Come on. Why isn't the pushback working? Take a quick look at GSX here. Interrupt, pushback, change direction. Okay, nose to the left is what we want. Let's see if we can select that successfully. GSX, aren't you gonna ask me which way I wanna go? Yes, nose to the left, please. Thank you. Release parking brake. There we go. What? What is this thing doing? I requested nose to the left, so what do you want? Close. Ah, there's a door open, for the love of God. Close all. Why didn't it automatically close that door? I have no idea. Okay, we've closed everything. Now how about that? Let's check it out. Continue pushback. Release parking brake, nose to the left. Thank you very much. There we go. Now we're good. Okay. Let's actually go ahead and, yep, pushback has begun. Brilliant. Let's go ahead, turn on our fuel tanks, all the window heats and all that stuff as it should. Good. Let's put our packs to off for now. APU bleeds ready, and then from here let's set our anti-collision lights on and we'll come in and get our engine started up. Yep, ignition left, ground please. Waiting for N2. $15, flick that open. EGT N1, N1 rising. EGT looking good. Yep, there we go. We're looking good here. Let's go to the next ignition. Okay, N2. N2 looking good. Waiting for 15. 15. I requested nose to the left. Why on earth did you do this? What? Well, did you see that? We got lowered into the ground there, but everything is good now. Brilliant. Okay. Seems like we are... Auto brake RTO flaps down to position number 5, which it is. We are pretty much ready, just waiting for these guys to wave us off. And then we're good. Ginair, maybe that's a livery I should have used. Ginair.com. Bye bye, see ya. But I wanted to fly the PMDG house livery for my last flight here, so on the PMDG 737. So let's switch power to the engines. Let's give our passengers some relief there with the packs running. APU bleed off. Everything else is looking good here, so we can go ahead and shut off our APU now. We don't need it. Okay, everything is looking good up and down. Brilliant. Everything is looking as it should, right? So let's go ahead. Taxi light on. This one needs to come back down into the middle. APU bleed off. Engine bleeds on. Packs on automatic. We've got pressure there. Valve is on open or automatic. We'll leave it on open. That's fine. Okay, good. Everything is here looking brilliant. We can release our parking brake. There we go, releasing parking brake, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing's happened because of the releasing in parking brake. Give it a bit of power. Here we have begun to move. There we go. There we go. Ready indeed, Mr. Honest. Here we go for our takeoff here. Here we go. Ali, ali, ali. I don't know, man. Something's wrong with me today. I've just been... Okay, so it seems we need a bit more of that engine open just to give us a little bit more power here. So, yeah. Good. Can take a look at... Oh, should ideally do a flight control check, shouldn't we? I don't even know how to do that properly in this aircraft, quite frankly. I really don't. But yeah. I know that everything is working. So it's good enough. There we go, taxiing along here happily. Taxi. Wait, is this the right way? I hope it is. Let's take a look at little nav map. Yeah, it is. Sorry about that. We are taxiing the right way. It's basically end of runway, and so it's not that difficult. Not that difficult here today. There we go. Take a look at that beautiful aircraft. It's a shame, because this thing was not cheap to buy. .31 knots were a little high on speed there. It's also one of the few aircrafts that I can actually brake quite well. Even with full braking on the control. So that is a shame. Well, at least on the Xbox controller. Oh, we got a little bit of a scenery issue there. You see that? It's a little bit of a scenery issue there. I haven't even added an add-on or anything. It's funny that it would have that. Okay. Let's go ahead. TCAS 2 TA. What about the weather system? Do the weather systems work? Here is it. Yep, here it is. Here it is. Weather. I don't think it really works. Oh, it does. Okay, WXR does work. We should set our course to the runway as well. Why not? We'll do that right now. Let's set our course to the runway. Let's do the same here. There we go. Landing lights, runway turn off, taxi can come off, and this can come to strobe and steady, anti-collision on, wing off, wheel well off, logo lights off. Everything else here is looking fantastic and we're ready for takeoff. So let's go ahead and release that parking brake. Come on, there we go. Why did the flaps go back up? Sorry, I did that by mistake. Flaps back to position number 5. We are going along for takeoff. Range on this can come down to 10. Range on this can come down to 10 as well. Yeah, we'll use 10 on both. I actually leave this one on 20. Good. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for takeoff. Why is it turning so slowly? Why isn't it turning as sharply as I would like it to? Okay, we don't have a lot of runway room here today. And we are in the 900 variant, so I'm gonna punch it. Punching it. Slightly derated, but that's about it. Ground speed 80. We didn't miss the turn at all. Come on, man. Why is the airspeed being a bit funny? Okay. Whoa.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Our aircraft is being funny, and the rates, frame rates are not good at all either. So yeah, that's quite interesting here today. The frame rates are terrible. I think it's FSLTL that's doing the frame rates issue. It definitely is. Let me give it off to the autopilot so I can deal with FSLTL. Let me shut down FSLTL. There we go. I shut down FSLTL. Hopefully we'll get a better frame rate. I want to hand fly this for a bit more, so gonna take back manual control here. Yeah, the frame rate is not improving, so something is gravely wrong with my simulator setup. I can't tell what it is, but I've been having terrible, well, I've been having performance issues and all that stuff on both sims. This sim today, we've had a bit of a frame rate issue here. Okay, I'm gonna give it off to the autopilot for a second. Command, VNAV, LNAV, all of that stuff is working. Runway turn off, lights off. Everything else pretty much okay. Can put this on continuous relight for now. That off. I don't know what's wrong today, but something is. It's been off for a few days now. Can put our flaps up to position number 2. We can increase the range on that. All the way like this. Maybe a little less than that. Maybe a little less than that. Come on. Yep, just like that. And for this one, we can increase it to about 40. There we go. Much better. Much better. We got auto throttle running, VNAV, LNAV. Everything is looking good for now. We're climbing out to 10,000 feet. Should put our flaps up all the way now. The airspeed was looking a little finicky, which is why I waited for the flaps. There we go. Anas says it seems fine here. The frame rate is really bad for me. Well, it's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Okay. Yeah, look at that. We're flying into the sun there. Pretty cool, huh? Let's take a look at that from a cinematic point of view. Ooh, that is my bad. Yeah, there's definitely a frame rate issue, but okay, coming up on 10,000 feet, we really need to get back inside here and request a climb out to a cruising altitude of 34,000 feet. So let's go ahead and do that. All the way up to... How do you do that again? I forget. 34,000 feet. Let's go request that. Come on, come on. What? Why doesn't it let me do that? Wait, 35,000 feet. There we go. That. I know that's not the right way of doing that, but... Hello, Thyra. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. We're on our way to Nagasaki. Progress page here. All right. Okay, this is gonna be my last flight in 2020. It's my last flight with the 737-900 probably. Okay. Great. Let's check on either side here. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is last flight. Why? Yeah, in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Yeah, we're uninstalling 2020 for good. We're just gonna be flying in 2024 now. Gonna save the space and optimize the PC for 2024 and X-Plane 12 only. No more 2020. It's time to say goodbye to it. And this aircraft as well, we're leaving it behind here in 2020. We're not, because it's $20 to bring it over to 2024. So unfortunately I won't be able to do that. We'll be leaving this aircraft behind in 2020 as well. So that's why we decided to do the last flight in 2020 with this aircraft. So yeah. How do I say goodbye? That's what's going on right now. I don't know the rest of that song and I don't like that song, but yeah. That's basically what it is. Beautiful, beautiful 737. We have enjoyed it. Oh yeah. What are the aircrafts are we leaving behind? Probably the 787. I don't think it works well in 2024, I'm not sure. But just this guy, this is the major guy we're leaving behind, in all honesty. And unfortunately, in 2024, I'm going to have to purchase other aircrafts to make up for this one, which is going to be the 737 MAX 8 and the 737-800. Also port this over for $20, but it's outside my budget right now, so that is what is happening right now. No other aircrafts are really being left behind, it's just pretty much this guy. He's the major guy that we're leaving behind. Today's live chat is super fast. You can see all messages right as I send them. Yeah, I mean, it's usually that fast. I think I'm just checking it more often today. It is pretty fast. Any changes in settings? None. It's the same settings. I just think I'm responding a little faster today. That's all it is. But yeah, the live chats, I've put my latency on low, so the interaction is quick. That's how I've left it, so that, you know, when people tell me something, I can quickly interact, even if I have to delay it. Yeah. So transition altitude. Let's push that to standard. There we go. We're climbing out really well here. Nothing else to go on about, pretty much. Climbing out at N1 speed. Auto throttles doing that for us. 1800 feet. Everything looking great. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, everything looking great. We're just flying out over the ocean at this point. So we'll reach our cruising altitude and we'll press fast forward. Because we do need to reach, don't we? So let's just reach our cruising altitude and enjoy the climb section in normal speed. We'll go over and I'll be back soon, sprinkling some more positivity. Well, thank you very much, Thyra. Much appreciated. See you soon. See you soon. Thank you. 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 All right, let's head on to the other side. Looking good. PMDG.com, huh? If only you could have made the conversion fee a little lower. I really don't see the improvements in textures either, man, to be honest with you. I don't see it. Sounds great, says Anas. Alright, we're climbing out, about coming up on 20,000 feet shortly. Still got some ways to go to our cruising altitude. Just a little bit more, obviously. I'm now already used to chase plane views. I don't even know what to do with the default cameras anymore. Oh, you know what? Let me do what I was doing before chase plane came into the picture in 2024. So let's take a look at that. So this is how I used to operate the views that you guys used to see in my videos and cinematics, everything. I used to do it like this. It's funny because in the stream there isn't much in the way of stutters. Okay, there is, I can see a little bit. But in my game it's a little more pronounced. This is how I used to do the views, ladies and gentlemen. Manually with the drone. Those days are over now. Thanks to chase plane. Look at that. Man, that's a good view. I have to say that's a great view. Look at it. Climbing along here. Quite happily, I might add. The 737. Great view indeed. Great view indeed. I want to get them both, man. I want to get both the iFly 787 MAX 8. I hate the winglets. You hate the split winglets? Really? The scimitar winglets or something like that is what they're called. I like these winglets. I don't mind them. I love the A350 one. A350 winglet. Okay. Was just on the A350. Really? You were on the A350? Where'd you fly into to get into the A350? It's pretty cool. Maybe we should get the A350, eh? Hey, Beanie Bills. Oh my god, it's so expensive. I don't even think I can think about buying that. I don't know. Maybe I can. Who knows? Lots of aircrafts to buy. Yes, Emirates. Oh, Emirates A350. It's a perfect aircraft for cinematic videos. Consider it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the PMDG in-house livery. I like how the blue fades into the white. I love that. I love that. As a matter of fact, that has given me an idea. That has given me an idea. Look at us making that lovely turn. Isn't it gorgeous? Is this sped up? No, it's not. This is real time. This is real time. Whenever I speed up sim rate, I'm going to put that on the top of the screen. So I never speed up time without showing you guys that I'm actually speeding up time. So where are we at right now? We're at 24,000 feet. We still got some way to go. I'm gonna leave it at into one speed. Just what's the idea says. Oh yeah, honest, I didn't see that. My bad. I'm developing a couple of liveries. We probably should speed it up, don't you think? I mean, what's our climb rate at the moment? Can't see our climb rate. Only you guys can see it. It's about 1,000 something. Yeah, I should speed it up. Yep, I definitely should speed it up. Because otherwise we're going to be here all day. There's a rate. Let's do into 4. There you go. You guys can see the rate now as well. Oops. I have a little bit of issue with the power. We'll take a quick look inside when we are at 35,000 feet or so. But for now, we are speeding along. Oh, I have to be careful with this because frame rates are suffering. Yeah, I'm not going to change the view while I speed up. Let me just be careful here. You know what? Let me just switch it down to into 2. So I don't think the simulator is handling into 4 well enough. So I'm going to switch it down into 2. That's much better. Still a little bit of an issue, but that's much better. There you go. There we go. We're chugging along. On to Nagasaki. Our alternate for today is Fukuoka. Believe it or not, we are nowhere near Nagasaki at the moment. We're a long way from it. Long way from it. So yeah, approaching cruising altitude, and once we do, we're gonna head back in, jump into the cockpit, take a quick look around. You need to practice some Japanese pronunciation. For what? I don't need to. My Japanese pronunciation is fine for a non-Japanese speaker. But considering Japan is somewhere I fly into a lot, so yeah, maybe I should. But it's perfectly fine. I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem. Okay, let's see. We are sifting above these clouds here. These clouds are really high up today. They are not low at all. These clouds are high. Yes, they are, huh? Okay, 34,000 feet. It's time for us to jump back into the cockpit here. There we go. Clouds are looking unusually nice here in 2020. Yeah, they are. They're actually looking pretty great. Oh, that frame rate. It's because of the into 2. Gotta be careful here. Coming up on 35,000 feet very, very shortly. $35,000 feet. VS flattening out. Let's go ahead and set this to into 1 speed. Okay, and we're going to close that up for the time being. Let's take a quick look around in the cockpit. 35,000 feet, Mach 0.79, which is quick, but you know, not the best in the world. We can put this off. We can put that to automatic. Apart from that, we're just flying along here pretty much, yeah. So I think it's time for us to go back to into 2 speed. See how that works out for us till we come into land at Nagasaki. At Nagasaki, we've never had a diversion of an aircraft here on this channel. I don't think that day is going to be today. Okay, we are chugging along. Ground speed 491 knots. Ground speed at 491 knots. We do have a bit of weather situation ahead of us. As a matter of fact, I believe when we come into Nagasaki, we're going to be flying really close, even Fukuoka and Nagasaki. Where is Nagasaki? That's Nagasaki. I can see Nagasaki. No, not in the view. I mean, I'm checking the map here. We will have a bit of a weather situation from what I'm looking at, if the live weather works properly. 35,000 feet, still haven't managed to clear the clouds completely. Interesting. Which makes for better views for us. Beautiful clouds ahead of us, eh? How far are we from top of descent? Miles and miles and miles. A long way away. To top of descent, 321 nautical miles. good load we're for. We might need to speed up our we need to speed up and into 4, but I'm afraid that the thing is gonna crash. Simulator might crash, so we're gonna leave it into 2 for now. We'll see how it goes. Let's try into 4. We need to. So we'll go into 4 for a bit. We'll pause it into 2 and then we'll come back in for the next view. We'll see how that goes. Because I don't think we have much in the way of choice. All right. Okay, I'm gonna do something dangerous here. There we go. It's a weird view to be on, isn't it? Let me try this one. Oh, I'm very afraid of these frame rates. There we go. PMDG. Into 4 speed. Distance to go at 200 something. Oh, we're making a turn. Let me get that back down to into 2 so that it's easier for the simulator to handle that. There we go. Much better. I need to revisit the A400M, don't I? Because I promised you guys a good landing with that. I remember the last stream, mesmerized by chase plane views. I did not do a good job on that landing there. Came in too high, terrible. Probably the worst landing I've ever done in my life. At least on live stream. Not in my life, but definitely on live stream. So, we need to revisit the A400M. I think I'll fly it from some facility. Perhaps I'll look for some European military facilities to fly it in between, Or I might just go to America. I'm not too sure about that one. So yeah, let's see. But we need to revisit the A400M because I need to land that thing. Maybe that'll be the next live stream. I don't think so. Yeah, maybe the next live stream. Might be back to the A400M. Redeeming that landing is everything. So let's see. Continuing on our flight here, we're going at okay. What is our distance to go? You know what, let's jump into the cockpit. Let's put that back down to into 1. Let's jump into the cockpit here. Okay. There we go. Let's jump back into the cockpit. Topper descent. Where is our topper descent? It is 142 nautical miles away from us. So let's just put down that range there. Topper descent is right here. Okay. That is where topper descent is. It's not too bad. It is not too bad. Okay, we can continue here at into 4 and we'll be there in no time. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. We can already see it creeping along here. Very, very quickly. Look at that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Reshade. Is reshade running? Oh, it is running. Or reshade running. By the way, I have uninstalled reshade for 2024. Just to improve performance, honestly. Okay, I'm back in here. Our top of descent is only 10 nautical miles away. So we can now go ahead into 1 speed on the simulator there. Being only 10 nautical miles away, we've got to do some stuff here, which is namely to look at our final descent altitude, which is about... See, the problem is I don't know where our runway is. Why isn't our runway showing up the way I want it to? It's not showing up the way I want it to. 1500. Let's do 1500. What's the max speed up we can do? Are you talking about the into rate? It's about 16. Max speed is about into 16. But in reality, the simulator can't handle that. So you can't do into 16. Into 4 is realistically what you can do for a long time. Anyway, let's go to our route, right here. Let's go to legs. Let's put 1500 without crashing. Without crashing, the best is into 4. Let's reset this all the way down, and we should begin descending. Why haven't we begun descending? I said, okay, there we go. We should begin descending. Why aren't we descending? We'll go up to 1500, I believe. Yeah, 1500. Okay. Yeah, so you can go up to about... why are we holding the altitude, man? Descent. Level change. What on earth is going on? Okay, whatever. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, so you can do into 16, but rarely does that work out. Into 16 just causes crashes. Into 8, you can push it that far with certain aircraft, certain settings. You can do into 8 for a certain period of time, but anytime the aircraft needs to turn, you have to bring it back down to into 4. Into 4 is the maximum that's steadily possible. Into 4 is the maximum that you can steadily do, so yeah. Alright, we have begun our descent into Nagasaki, where we have a very funny looking flight plan waiting for us. I'm not really too worried about it. We'll just land it in manually, honestly. Let's turn the stuff on. We need our auto brake. Nagasaki is not particularly long, so I'm gonna go auto brake 2 here. I'll give it a bit of speed brake here so we can slow down and catch up with our vertical profile. At least our ideal where we're supposed to be in terms of our profile here. I need a drink again. Good lord. You know, the thing is, I've been talking... Okay, wait, hold on. Speed brake back here. We need to leave it armed, don't we? So we're going to leave the speed brake arm there. Now, where exactly is the airport? I don't know where it is. I've been trying to look for it. Where exactly is what? This is a very funny looking stuff here, so I don't know. It's an RNAV procedure, isn't it? Yeah, we're coming in arrival as at RNAV. I think we should change it. I think we should go ILS Z32. Should we do that? Should we do ILS Z32, which is going to take us in from the other side? I don't know. We're going to Fubki right now, and I don't even know where Fubki is. Fubki is... what? So yeah, what kind of an approach or landing? This is an RNAV, and I don't have the charts for the RNAV approach. So yeah, I don't think I can do an RNAV approach. Although I could probably learn it here in little nav map. It'll have all the details I need for the RNAV map. RNAV approach here, won't I? So let's go ahead and use this time to quickly look at little nav map and see what exactly the RNAV approach is. So let's see. RNAV. Just the approaches, please. Arrivals first. We're not using any. Wait, we're using Fubuki. So we're using Fubuki. Let's insert Fubuki. Then let's do our approaches. RNAV approach into runway 14 is the one that we're using currently. Okay, so let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, this is what the aircraft is showing us. So we're going to continue flying along this way all the way to Ogi. Okay, and then from Ogi we're going to go down here, Obama. And then we're going to fly in like this. What? No, we're going to fly in all the way to Tenbo. And then we're going to turn back in around and come back down. So that is an interesting way of looking at it. If we take a look at little nav map. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go full screen on little nav map for a second here. So we are here right now. We're flying on along towards Ogi, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. No, we are not for some reason. Let's go to our legs. What's going on here? We are supposed to be flying towards Ogi, but we are turning it around here. Ooh, that is interesting. What has it decided to do? What has it decided to do here? What has it decided? I have no idea. Okay, let's bring back little nav map. According to the plans though, we're supposed to, the initial fix is supposed to be Ogi, and instead we're doing a roundabout. I don't know what's going on. Paddy, this, and then we're supposed to come in, then the RNAV approach back into. So if we take a look at NODEP, NODEP, we're supposed to be above 1500, 172. Yeah, we're okay though at NODEP 1500, and then we're supposed to go down into 172 and into the landing. I think we can do this. Yeah, I think I can do this as long as I figure out what's going on with the aircraft, because we're supposed to go towards Ogi and we're not. We are not doing that for some reason. Star runway 32 nautical to approach. Huh? What have I done? Sorry, I think I've gotten something wrong here. Approaches. No. RNAV approaches. Yeah, we've inserted that, right? Yeah, what's our problem? Approach. Ah, now I know what's wrong. We've inserted the wrong one. Oh my god, don't tell anybody I did that, please. Thank you very much. We're gonna go here. We're supposed to go this one. Let's execute that. Okay. Yep, now it's okay. Okay, now I see what's going on. Let's put this together there, execute it. Okay, so this is what is supposed to go on right now. Let's have a look at our flight plan right now. What am I doing, ladies and gentlemen? What am I doing? So now we're going back to Ogi, and from there we'll come back and get this thing sorted. Yeah, now we're looking much better. Yep, my bad. So now we're going to go on to Ogi, which is 47 nautical miles, and we're going to be at 11,000 feet. So it was programmed wrong. Yeah, it was. Glover, Otaka, and then all the way down to FU 450. And there you go. Now we are making more sense. I believe I have a grip on it now. Yeah, I believe I have a grip on it now. So yeah, we're heading on towards Ogi. So let's just head towards Ogi first. Okay, let's take a look at little nav map to help us visualize this. Now Ogi is over here. I don't know where on earth we are going right now. Okay, we're going down to Gokyo before we go to Ogi. That's what's happening. Ogi is here. Yeah, I'll just let the aircraft do its thing. I'll just let the aircraft do its thing. Okay, so let's revisit this. So Ogi, and then from here we come down to Tenbo, and from Tenbo we can come down in for our approach. That's fairly easy. No depth, 1500 feet, and then from there we should be able to see the runway. FU 450 172, we should be able to see the runway. So we'll use 200 as our minimum. And we can use radio today as well, because Nagasaki is at sea level. We can use 200 radio altimetric, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Alrighty. So I don't know what our aircraft is doing at the moment. Maybe I should just manually fly towards Ogi. We should do that. So let me just go in here. Go to window, go to minimal tracking there. Can put that away for the time being, ladies and gentlemen. And let's come in here and give it heading, shall we? So I will fly it towards Ogi manually like this. I'll say heading select. There you go, we're on heading mode. We're gonna fly towards Ogi manually. So a little bit of gymnastics. Oh, look at that. As predicted, we have flown into a little bit of a weather situation. As predicted. I told you when we come into Nagasaki, we're going to have a little bit of weather issue. So let's try that weather stuff right here. As a matter of fact, I want weather on this one. I'll leave the weather off on this one. So yeah, a little bit of a weather situation here as we come into fly into Nagasaki. So yeah, Ogi is right here. Let's fly directly towards Ogi. Okay, steep descent after Ogi. Yes, that is very correct. Steep descent after Ogi is correct. For now, let's just fly on towards Ogi. Not worry about it at the moment. So Ogi is... Oh, what have I done? Ogi is right here, so we'll just go there. Good. So, yep. Good. I'm glad that I programmed this in wrong. To be honest, this is fun. To be messing around with the systems, I enjoy doing that. Okay, we're going in towards Ogi. Let me reduce the range on that a little bit. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Straight towards it now. Just 23 nautical miles away. Shouldn't be too bad, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the weather situation. Let's observe it. There we are. Rainy. Very rainy. Very fun to watch this rain. Very little visual. We've got icing conditions up here. We've got icing conditions for sure. Is that ice on top? Yep, it is ice on top. So window heat is on though. Window heat is on. Where's the anti-ice? We need some anti-ice going on. Where is the anti-ice? Where is the anti-ice on this thing? Does anybody know? Where is the anti-ice? Okay, wing anti-ice and engine anti-ice. You know what? I'll turn these on. Yeah, the anti-ice is right here. We got all the other heats on. We should be okay. The flight is getting a little bit bumpy. Okay. Yeah, flight is getting a bit bumpy. There's some turbulence there. Of course there is. Yeah, there is. That's ice. That's probably ice build-up right there. So yeah, we've got a situation on our hands. Don't be scared by that. That is just the drone camera being messed up, if I'm not wrong. Whoa, what is going on? Why is the drone camera messed up? What? Why is the drone camera messed up? I have no idea. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there will be no drone camera available to us because it's messed up. Let me try and reset it somehow. External. What is going on here? Drone camera is not working, guys. Sorry about it. Okay. All right. The Codays. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? 29.55. Ogi is coming up right here. We should ideally turn towards Glover. What we'll do here is, yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit of berth between that. Berth, girth, I don't know what. Oh my god, what is this? Yeah, we have an overheat situation. So let me just turn that off. Thank you. It's raining. Beautiful. Yeah, it is. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. We have some sort of issue here. That's a nice view. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a nice view. Look at that. Look at that. Where are we? We are coming into Nagasaki to land. And we've got a bit of an issue at the moment. We've got a bit of an issue at the moment. I don't know what is wrong with this. Okay. Okay, let's go to LNAV now. Hopefully the aircraft begins its turn. Nope, it does not. Okay, so we're gonna have to manually turn ourselves in. But you know what? I'll do this. Let's just cross off Ogi from our list there. We're not 6 nautical miles away from Ogi. What are you talking about? Let's go. There we go. Much better. LNAV. And yeah, there we go. We got rain. We've got rain, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming into Nagasaki, Japan. Okay, we're going fast. 10,000 feet. Yeah, we're a little bit fast and high and everything, but I think we'll be able to turn this around, I believe. Let's find out, shall we? We've got the sun out as well at the same time. Really nice. Let's take a look on the other side. Yeah, that's lovely. Is this live weather? Yes, it is. I don't think an RNAV approach would have been possible. Let's see how the weather is down there. If the weather is too bad down there, then obviously we have to cancel the RNAV approach. Maybe go around and try the ILS from the other side, because it does have ILS on the other side. This is live weather right now. This is exactly what Nagasaki is looking like at the moment. I'm looking at the weather radar, independent outside of Microsoft Flight Sim, on ElevateX as well, and ElevateX is telling me that yep, we're pretty much in a nice little weather cell there. There we go. Looking good, but no drone camera available, so we're gonna have to. Yeah, interesting, huh? We're in it. Can we see anything? Not really. Okay. Head back into the cockpit here. Above 7,000. At Glover, we don't need any wipers for the moment. The ice has kind of melted away by itself. We had ice forming on the wiper there, but that's gone away by itself, so that's good. A little bit of a rainbow action on top there. Very faint rainbow. Nice. Okie dokie. We might need a little bit up on the panel brightness. No, up, not down. There we go. Just get a little bit up on the panel brightness. Good. Auto brake is on 2. Speed brake is armed. We still got some ways to go. We are over speeding for sure, right? Yep, we need drag. We are above 250 knot, under 10,000 feet. That is not commercially acceptable. Oh, we can see land. We can see land, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There we go. There are some hilly areas around Nagasaki, but nothing in our way as far as I'm concerned. I hope we're not surprised here abruptly. But we're looking good though. The rain effect is looking good in 2020 at the moment. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's much better. We don't need the speed brake anymore. There we go, we'll leave it armed. Okay. We're a little too low, to be honest. I don't know why the aircraft... Let's just hold the altitude for a second there. Let's hold and then let's go back down to VNAV. Okay, why are we so low? We don't need to be this low, man. We do not need to be this low. Hold the altitude. I'm holding altitude here. I want to hold the altitude and the speed for the time being. At least a little bit. I've never flown through rain like this in real life. It looks amazing. Yeah, it is amazing. I have actually flown through rain like this a couple of times. It's pretty cool, in all honesty. Obviously, your fellow passengers will be terrified out of their mind, but you know, I'm someone who enjoys turbulence on flights and rough weather, particularly when you fly into a lot of rain, and I love that. So there we are. We're very close to the ground. Not that close, but you get my point. Got some hilly areas and high elevation in areas surrounding Nagasaki. So let's see. But we're looking good. We're looking good. We have, from the front though, we've got no visual of the land yet. Okay, now it's time for me to switch back to VNAV here. How much longer to land? How much longer to land? Let me show you a little nav map so you get a better idea of how much longer we got left. So here we are, past Glover. We're going to Otaksa, Sarok, and then right here. This is our final. This is our long final. We're around here. We're at our short final, 1500, and there is the runway we're landing at today, and there is Nagasaki. Right, this is Nagasaki, I believe. Yep, this is the airport we're landing into, RJFU right here. So there's our short final, and that's probably our long final, and there we go. So we're here. Just one more major turn in line with the runway, and down we go. So I would estimate around 4, 8, 20, I will say about 20 minutes. I'll say 20 minutes to wheels down. ETA would be 20 minutes to wheels down is what I would say. Okay, in 20 minutes we should be down on the ground. So yeah, that's my estimate. That is my current estimate, the way how things are going. So yeah, there's a little nav map. Okay. The weather is gonna get rough. Look at that, we are flying through a red area right there. The weather, even up to landing, it's right next to... oh, did you see that? That just crept right in front of us. There is going to be a little bit of a problem when we try to land here, isn't there? Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Going to be a bit of a problem when we try to land. Let me bring the range on this down. There's the runway right there. There's the runway right there. There will be a nice red spot. There will be a nice red spot. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Can you show external views? Unfortunately, drone is no longer available. The drone camera is messed up. I can't tell you why that is. I don't know what's wrong with it, but... oh, got it back. Got it back. Okay, I guess we have views here. Okay. So this is what we look like. Currently, the drone camera on the outside. There we go. That is what it looks like right now. If you're wondering, this is what it looks like. Bumping all over the place. No visual on the ground in any direction. So this is what we look like at the moment. Very, very wobbly, to say the least. There we go. That's what we're looking like, Mr. Runners. Okay, that is what we're looking like at the moment. So if we come back, oh no, not this again. If we come back in here, okay, if we come back in here, ooh, not looking good. We're supposed to be, oh no, we need to slow down really quickly here. 206. Okay, come on, let's just slow down. 3 nautical miles, 206. Is this a mushroom cloud? Oh my god. Oh my god. Very interesting joke there. The code ace. Oh man, it's not. It's not. But yeah. So this is what we look like at the moment. This is what we look like. All right. On this side we got no visual. On this side we got no visual. On that side we got no visual. Complete blindness. Okay, there we go. We're coming into land here. Okay, I'm gonna give ourselves some speed breaks so we can slow down seriously, because we need to. We really need to slow down, and quick. Okay, so the reason why we're able to do this RNAV approach right now is because we have a good VNAV profile running. Okay, and the autopilot is taking care of it for the time being. Let me try. Slats down, please. Let's slow down further. Come on. We need to... oh, this is not going to be easy. 5 nautical miles away from the runway. 2,500. Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to bring our flaps down further. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be quick. This is going to be a rushed landing here. This is not good. Flaps down to 5. Let me put our gear down already. In all honesty, I'm going to put the gear down. We can see the ground. Oh, good lord. Okay. Okay, head back in there. Put that back down. Drop the flaps further. Come on, less than 5 nautical miles away from the runway. Okay, not good. Let's reduce the range on these things so we have a better visual. Yep, there we go. 2,000 feet. We need to reduce speed to 149. Continuing descent here. Okay. You got this, don't worry. Such stressful landings, your cup of tea. Yeah, sure. It is my cup of tea. But we're flying the 737 that I haven't flown in a while. I've put the limit at 1,500. I'm gonna go down all the way to 300 feet, 200 feet, which is basically our minimum. So let's try that. Radio minimums, please. At 200, please. Radio 200 is our minimum. I'm just putting this for ceremony. I know I'm gonna go past the minimum anyway, because it's gonna be pretty bad today, because we're not gonna be able to see anything yet. I don't mean the landing, I mean the visual. Hopefully the landing will be decent, or we'll do a go around or something, you know what I mean? So yeah, okay, we are 5 nautical miles away from the airfield, about coming up on 2.5 to the foot of the runway. We don't have a lot of room to mess around here. Our speed is I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna go manually with the speed if I can. Can I? Let's go down manually with the speed to 149. Is that possible? Yes, it is. So I'm on speed right now. We're supposed to be above. I know we are, but
Terrain, pull up.
What?
Terrain, pull up. Terrain, pull up. Terrain, pull up. Terrain, pull up.
No, I'm gonna go for it.
Terrain, pull up. Caution, terrain.
Oh my good lord.
Terrain. Caution, terrain.
I have no visual. This is a terrible idea, guys. This is a terrible idea.
Terrain, pull up. Terrain, pull up.
This is a terrible idea.
Terrain, pull up.
But I'm gonna go for it anyway. Oh my god.
Pull up.
We're gonna have an overspeed warning.
Terrain, pull up.
Speed intervention. I'm going down to 148 nautical.
Terrain,
Oh. I'm going down.
pull up.
Okay. No chance.
Pull up.
No chance.
Terrain, pull up.
Woo! There's the runway.
Pull up. Terrain, pull up.
My aircraft.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Okay. I had to do that firm to make sure that we don't bounce back up into the air there. So I did not flare too much, but let's see. Reverse is engaged. We're down. We're down. There we go. Yeah, but although that landing was kind of successful, we didn't even get our flaps down fully for the landing, so that was rushed. That was very, very rushed, and it is completely unnecessary on our part, to be honest with you. We did not need to do that, honestly. We really did not need to do that. Unfortunately, today there won't be a landing replay because SkyDolly is not running. I couldn't get SkyDolly running. It was too rushed. It was too rushed. But here we are. We have made it into Nagasaki. We've made it. Into Nagasaki. Wipers. Sure. The wipers don't make a difference, man. The problem with PMDG wipers, they don't actually move the raindrops. Honestly, this was one of the most enjoyable landings. Loved it. Well, thank you very much, Thyra. Glad you enjoyed it. Honestly, needed the landing replays for that one. Yeah, I did too. But unfortunately, I forgot to run SkyDolly. It was too rushed for me to even think about SkyDolly, so I couldn't do it. Could not do it. Could not do it. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some power here going, shall we? Let's go find ourselves a nice little taxiway. And, well, parking, really. And let's just land. Let's just go in and shut down the aircraft, my bad. There we go. Welcome to Nagasaki. Welcome to Nagasaki, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I had the landing replays for that one. I really do. But unfortunately, no, we don't. But yeah. It's, you know what happened? Towards the end, if you go back and replay the stream, what happened was I had just come off flying the 777. And I was expecting the disengage button to be around here. So when I saw the runway lights and I was ready to disengage the autopilot, I was busy looking for this thing right here. It was dark in the cockpit and I just got lost for a second. That's why we went a little far ahead before I could disengage. But nonetheless, we're in. In case you're wondering what happened there, that is what happened. But we're good. We're good. Let's go find ourselves a parking, shall we? In Nagasaki. So we will park ourselves right here, because why not, right? So let's do that. Let's do that. We'll give ourselves a little bit of throttle open there. Just enough to get us taxiing at more than 3 knots. There we go. That's good enough, actually. And yeah, let's go into one of the parkings right here by the gate. Exceptionally slow taxi today. Landing lights off, runway turn off lights whenever on, taxi lights on. This one can come down here. We'll put the wing lights on, logo lights on, all of those lights on, because why not? We didn't have time to turn these on, I guess. No, they are already on. That's good. Great, let's run our APU, because now is the time to do that. APU run. Okay. And we'll park in right here. Alrighty, I don't know what that parking is called, but GSX should help us with that. Should I ask GSX what it is? Okay. Parking number, I don't know which parking it is. Maybe gate 8? Let me take a look. Yeah, it doesn't have proper marking, so I can't really tell. Gate 10, gate 8, which one is it? Gate 8? GSX? Select from map. We'll select oh god, I don't know. Maybe this one? Select. Show me this spot right there. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, we're going to go in here. Select. Okay, so there we go. We are going to turn in. That's my first time using GSX for marking, by the way. Let's turn our aircraft in slowly. There we go. Let's speed up, says Anas. No, we can't go any faster in this rain. We'll just leave it at 4 and be careful with it. Wipers don't do anything, so let me just turn them off. What's the point, right? You know what? Just for the effect, we'll leave them on. There you go. We're coming in. I don't know. Do we have a marshal there? I don't see ourselves getting a marshal there. What do you want with all these warnings, man? Oh, we do have one. Never mind. It's useless, this wiper. Look at that. I hate it when the effect is not properly done, where it doesn't actually move the raindrops. And what the hell is the point? What the heck is the point? You know what I mean? Got that going on. This is just getting in my way, quite frankly. Okay. Where do you want me to go, man? Okay. Are you sure? Are you sure, Mr. GSX? Are you sure? Okay. Leave it in here. And we're going to switch power to the APU. Then we can cut off our engines right here. There we go. There we go. Apparently that's where we were supposed to park. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Who cares? Who cares? Ideally I would have parked it right there, but whatever, man. Who cares? I'm not really bothered about this. I'm not really bothered about this. Okay. Let's begin deboarding and all that good stuff. Engines are off, man. What are you talking about? Engines are off. Engines are cut off completely, so I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know what you're talking about there, but okay. Let's try GSX one more time. This parking is isolated. Ground services are not available. What do you mean by that? Huh? Ground operations. You know what? Screw ya. Request all right here. Ground connections. Set the chocks. Put it to jetway here. Request it. There we go. There's a jetway coming up right there with the operator. So we'll get all of that in here. Let's go overhead and get some stuff done here. Yaw damper off. All of that to off. These can come off. APU bleed can come on. Engine bleeds can go off here. Leave it on automatic just like this. Fuel pumps off there. This one to steady. This one to off, 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 off. Auto, and off. Then let's get the IRS systems completely off there as well. Emergency lights can come disarmed right there. I'll leave battery on for the time being, but we should get external power connected up, shouldn't we? Let's request that from right there. And waiting for external power. Ground power on. Can GSX deboard us now? No, it can't. Just go away, GSX. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. Since all of that is done, let's switch to ground power, which we have. Let's turn off our APU. Switch it off, and then let's put that to off as well. APU bleed can come off. All of these can go to off. This one can come to automatic. So yeah, there we go. We're on ground power. All done here. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Nagasaki. Okay, we are here at Nagasaki. So hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Hope you really did. I'm debating whether I should continue on to Tokyo from here, but unfortunately I'm running late and I won't be able to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave this stream here. This is our last 2020 flight, ladies and gentlemen. I am glad that I shared that experience with you guys. This is going to be the last one that I ever do in 2020. After this flight, I will be uninstalling 2020, and this is probably the last time you're going to see PMDG 737-900 here on the channel. After this one, you are not going to, probably not, maybe in the future, who knows, but the Dash 900 is probably the last time you're going to see it here on the channel, which is very sad, but it is what it is. And thank you very much for joining me today on my last 2020 flight. Thank you very much, everybody who joined in. Thyra, Anas, I believe we had some other, the Code A's, thank you very much for tuning in. Davey, thank you so much for tuning in into the chat. Much appreciated, everybody. So yeah, as you can tell, the visibility is very, very poor here. So yeah, anyway. Like, subscribe, check out the other stuff in the channel, check out the videos I've been releasing. There's more cinematic stuff to come in the channel. We're going to be using Chase Plane in 2024 much more often there as well. So yeah, thank you once again. I shall catch you guys in the next flight from now on in 2024 and X-Plane 12 only. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.